Hey everybody, I'm going to teach you today how to make custom stencils for your crankbaits. Like these right here for 0.5, you just snap them on. We're going to make them out of Play-Doh. First thing, this is a 2.5 inch square bill from Dinger Baits. I'm just going to cover this in Play-Doh just like molding clay. A nice thin layer all the way around the whole bait. Now it doesn't have to be pretty, but we're going to use this as our base layer for our stencil. Once you have it pretty much covered, you're just going to smooth out the surface a little bit, try to make it even. Again, this is the cheapest way you can probably do this. No melting plastic, no 3D printer, but so far it works pretty darn good. Just need a little time. All right, kind of even it out here with the Exacto-knife. Okay, so it's covered. Now, with this particular one, we're just going to do some bluegill lines, very similar to this. So you can take a Sharpie and you can draw out how you're going to do it. Just start with 3, just to show you guys how it works. Do the same on the other side. Try to match it up over the top. All right, part is done. Now we're just going to cut them out. Nice sharp Exacto-knife. Play-Doh is really easy to work with. Just cut down these lines. Peel it out. Might have a little cleaning up you need to do on the inside, but not too bad. It's very easy material to work with. Obviously designed for 2-year-olds or above, so we should be able to handle it. Work on the other side. Alright, got these bars for the most part carved out. Now, how this process is going to work, you're just going to let it air dry. As that clay or Play-Doh gets harder and harder, it's just going to basically create its own mold. But it's important that you're going to take a cut at the very top of the bait all the way through to create that separation. So that's going to go all the way through the top, over the head, and then down to your line tie. You're going to kind of want to separate that already. Just kind of push it in there and a little wiggle. Same thing goes down here in the bottom. So as this material dries, it's going to want to separate itself. So that helps. Eliminates you having to do any cutting of harder Play-Doh for later. So that's the beginning of it. You can definitely use this time to clean up any edges, any areas that are showing imperfections, but as with nature and any of these custom baits you might be painting, it's never going to look the exact same. So no fish looks the exact same. Alright, now we just gotta wait, let it air dry, and we will wait for 4 hours or so. And we'll catch you back. Alright, and we're back. So, like I said, we're just gonna let that wait and dry for a few hours. Best practice I found is to give it at least 8 hours or so. But it's gonna start to shrink and separate itself actually, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously you'll notice this part right here kind of exposed itself, but when you're just doing stencils of these bars, it won't be too bad. Again, it's just going to pop off nice and easy. This is an easy simple stencil to use and make. The most important thing that's going to come from it are these right now are pretty frail. You know, it's not something that you want to slam down or throw down or put something on top of. But what you can do is something I've seen a lot of other people do with wood baits, is just to put an Insecure super thin Superglue coat on top of that. So what you can do is just basically brush that on and on the inside and the outside, and that's going to give this a lot more durability. But again, for 55 cents for a whole can of Play-Doh, it takes, you know, a few hours to get this molded, and after you cut it, it's really a pretty easy process. But after all, I mean, look at that. I don't even need to do anything other than just snap that on. You would spray right over it for your base coat or whatever you're doing. Again, this is just 3 bars just to kind of mimic a very easy bluegill look or whatever you would like to do. But instead of having to pay for 3D printed stencils, you know, which are really neat and really cool, and I know some guys make their living on that stuff. So, you know, if you have the money and you're able to do that and support those people, please do. But for 55 cents, I can show you, I mean, I've only used, I would say, a quarter of what this Play-Doh pop has given me. So, and I've made, that's a 2.5. I got a 0.5 small stencil here that I've used for 4 bars. Just finished painting a, say, a nuclear gill on there, you know, so something that, there we go. So nuclear gill, you know, bright orange, fluorescent, yellow, fluorescent pink bars. So again, this bad boy, just molded it quick. Bars are there, spray through, and you're set. So can't tell you how much help that provides, and it's nice and simple. Pop it on. So thanks again for watching. I hope you found this useful. My Instagram is CJBaits, and if you found, like I said, found this useful and you're liking this tip, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me provide a little bit to the fam. So thank you so much.